New York new mayor say he for everybody. We got the content.
You want content? You want content? Our government, the FDA, is feeding Americans fake food, false science, involving us in wars around the world, using our tax dollars like they extorted. Myths, fake cloud spray to make humans stir. Your history is not true. The sky's not blue. Their justice is not for you. Free thinker, but is it really you? False teachers, false prophets, spreading pseudo knowledge without sources. My channel investigate the clues. Crazy World Podcast.
On January 1st, Mayor Ma'am Danny will be taking charge of New York City. He said he for all the people of New York City. I want to listen to his speech, see what he's talking about. Let's listen together. Let's go.
Thank you, my friends. The sun may have set over our city this evening, but as Eugene Debs once said, I can see the dawn of a better day for humanity. For as long as we can remember, the working people of New York have been told by the wealthy and the well-connected that power does not belong in their hands. Fingers bruised from lifting boxes on the warehouse floor, palms calloused from delivery bike handlebars, knuckles scarred with kitchen burns. These are not hands that have been allowed to hold power. And yet, over the last 12 months, you have dared to reach for something greater. Tonight, against all odds, we have grasped it. The future is in our hands. My friends, we have toppled a political dynasty. I wish Andrew Cuomo only the best in private life. But let tonight be the final time I utter his name as we turn the page on a politics that abandons the many and answers only to the few. New York, tonight you have delivered a mandate for change, a mandate for a new kind of politics, a mandate for a city we can afford, and a mandate for a government that delivers exactly that. On January 1st, I will be sworn in as the mayor of New York City. And that is because of you. So before I say anything else, I must say this. Thank you. Thank you to the next generation of New Yorkers who refused to accept that the promise of a better future was a relic of the past. You showed that when politics speaks to you without condescension, we can usher in a new era of leadership. We will fight for you because we are you. Or as we say on Steinway, ana minkum wa ilaykum. Thank you to those so often forgotten by the politics of our city who made this movement their own. I speak of Yemeni bodega owners and Mexican abuelas. Senegalese taxi drivers and Uzbek nurses, Trinidadian line cooks and Ethiopian aunties. Yes, aunties. To every New Yorker in Kensington and Midwood and Hunts Point, know this. This city is your city, and this democracy is yours too. This campaign is about people like Wesley, an $11.99 organizer I met outside of Elmhurst Hospital on Thursday night. A New Yorker who lives elsewhere, who commutes 2 hours each way from Pennsylvania because rent is too expensive in this city. It's about people like the woman I met on the BX33 years ago, who said to me, I used to love New York, but now it's just where I live. And it's about people like Richard, the taxi driver I went on a 15-day hunger strike with outside of City Hall, who still has to drive his cab 7 days a week.
One thing I know, them yellow cab, them medallion cab, them dudes get G's, man. Them dudes ain't starving. You know how long they had the monopoly over the medallion yellow cabs? You know how long them yellow cabs been getting money? With the medallions, they monopolized that. Ain't no black people inside that. You know what I'm saying? Starving. I think that's a strong word for the medallion cabs.
My brother, we are in City Hall now. This victory is for all of them, and it's for all of you. The more than 100,000 volunteers who built this campaign into an unstoppable force. Because of you, we will make this city one that working people can love and live in again.
And that working people, sometimes it's a trigger word. I'm not saying he using because I'm still listening, but working people, because we know, like the majority black people is on welfare, they, can't get a job really. So sometimes he be talking about the ghetto when he say words like that, non-working. You know where the non-working people live at. So I'm just saying, I just think it's a trigger word. Sometimes, not saying he using it as one, but I just think so.
With every door knocked, every petition signature earned, and every hard-earned conversation, you eroded the cynicism that has come to define our politics. Now I know that I have asked for much from you over this last year. Time and again, you have answered my calls, but I have one final request. New York City, breathe this moment in. We have held our breath for longer than we know. We have held it in anticipation of defeat. Held it because the air has been knocked out of our lungs too many times to count. Held it because we cannot afford to exhale. Thanks to all of those who sacrificed so much, we are breathing in the air of a city that has been reborn. To my campaign team, who believed when no one else did, and who took an electoral project and turned it into so much more, I will never be able to express the depth of my gratitude. You can sleep now. To my parents, Mama and Baba, You have made me into the man I am today. I am so proud to be your son. And to my incredible wife, Rama, Hayati, there is no one I would rather have by my side in this moment and in every moment. To every New Yorker, whether you voted for me, for one of my opponents, or felt too disappointed by politics to vote at all, thank you.
Yeah, because I think that's what happened. They had me all up in the presidential votes. They had me thinking about presidential votes and federal president getting locked up. And that is true. We got to start thinking about mayors, borough presidents, and politicians in our neighborhood. Because if we don't start thinking like that, our community will never be our community.
For the opportunity to prove myself worthy of your trust. I will wake each morning with a singular purpose: to make this city better for you than it was the day before. There are many who thought this day would never come, who feared that we would be condemned only to a future of less, with every election consigning us simply to more of the same. And there are others who see politics today as too cruel for the flame of hope to still burn. New York, we have answered those fears. Tonight, we have spoken in a clear voice. Hope is alive. Hope is a decision that tens of thousands of New Yorkers made day after day, volunteer shift after volunteer shift, despite attack ad after attack ad. More than 1 million of us stood in our churches, in gymnasiums, in community centers, as we filled in the ledger of democracy. And while we cast our ballots alone, we chose hope together. Hope over tyranny. Hope over big money and small ideas. Hope over despair. We won because New Yorkers allowed themselves to hope that the impossible could be made possible. And we won because we insisted that no longer would politics be something that is done to us. Now it is something that we do. Standing before you, I think of the words of Jawaharlal Nehru. A moment comes but rarely in history when we step out from the old to the new, when an age ends and when the soul of a nation long suppressed finds utterance. Tonight we have stepped out from the old into the new. So let us speak now with clarity and conviction that cannot be misunderstood about what this new age will deliver and for whom. This will be an age where New Yorkers expect from their leaders a bold vision of what we will achieve, rather than a list of excuses for what we are too timid to attempt. Central to that vision will be the most ambitious agenda to tackle the cost of living crisis that this city has seen since the days of Fiorella LaGuardia. An agenda that will freeze the rents for more than 2 million rent-stabilized tenants. Make buses fast and free. And deliver universal child care across our city. Years from now, may our only regret be that this day took so long to come. This new age will be one of relentless improvement. We will hire thousands more teachers. We will cut waste from a bloated bureaucracy. We will work tirelessly to make lights shine again in the hallways of NYCHA developments where they have long flickered.
I guess that's black people, NYCHA apartments, but it's more than black people living in NYCHA. All nations live in NYCHA. So, but I guess that's his way saying black people, because I ain't hear black people yet. I hear him talk about every other nation except black people.
Safety and justice will go hand in hand as we work with police officers to reduce crime and create a department of...
There we go. There we go. Crime. In New York City, who you think they blaming all the crime? So I guess the black men is for the prisons. That's what we here for. Cattle for the prisons.
Community safety that tackles the mental health crisis and homelessness crises head on.
Black people, mental health crises, homelessness. Who is that in New York City? I guess that's black people too. God, watch out for these trigger words, because they won't tell you. They're going to use certain words once they get, too thick in it. They ain't going to let you know. So they're going to use certain words to let you know who they're talking about.
Excellence will become the expectation across government, not the exception. In this new age we make for ourselves, we will refuse to allow those who traffic in division and hate to pit us against one another. In this moment of political darkness, New York will be the light. Here, we believe in standing up for those we love. Whether you are an immigrant, a member of the trans community, one of the many black women that Donald Trump has fired from a federal job.
See, that's what it is. You see how he say all nations. When he get to us, he say black women like they alone. Black woman, you are a pawn to these people. I don't care if it's the Democrat side or the Republican side. You are a pawn on both sides. Everybody, all black people on any side is a pawn. You see what I'm saying? This man telling you, he naming all these nations. Then when he finally say something black, it's black women by themselves. Like they just out here by themselves. But he talking about men and everything in them other nations. But here he specifically say black women, because he mean black women. Y'all pawns, and y'all, I think y'all gotta wake up too, because they using y'all.
A single mom still waiting for the cost of groceries to go down. Or anyone else with their back against the wall. Your struggle is ours too. And we will build a city hall that stands steadfast alongside Jewish New Yorkers and does not waver in the fight against the scourge.
You see what I'm saying? How he say Jewish New Yorkers. He don't say black American New Yorkers. He say black women. Because he's not here for the black men. We are enemy number one on everybody's list.
Of anti-Semitism, where the more than 1 million Muslims know that they belong.
You see what I'm saying? Muslims. That's everybody, man, woman, and child. But he tell us black women and kid care. So I just know these words, how they word thing. He's a smart guy, college guy, so they know how to use their words, and you gotta understand these words mean something.
Not just in the 5 boroughs of this city, but in the halls of power. No more will New York be a city where you can traffic in Islamophobia and win an election.
Islamophobia? How about black man phobia? Yeah, you see a Muslim, sometimes you think he up to bad because America painted that in their head. They were the one with the bombs. It ain't our fault. America did that. Painted Muslims in a bad light. Black people got along with Muslims. But you see, he don't. What about black phobia? All black people are bad. Why? Why? Yo, all them black people ain't bad. What about black phobia that the world have about black people, black men especially? That all of us is bad, all of us is no good, all of us want their woman.
This new age will be defined by a competence and a compassion that have too long been placed at odds with one another. We will prove that there is no problem too large for government to solve and no concern too small for it to care about. For years, those in City Hall have only helped those who can help them. But on January 1st, we will usher in a city government that helps everyone. Now, I know that many have heard our message only through the prism of misinformation. Tens of millions of dollars have been spent to redefine reality and to convince our neighbors that this new age is something that should frighten them. As has so often occurred, the billionaire class has sought to convince those making $30 an hour that their enemies are those earning $20 an hour. They want the people to fight amongst ourselves so that we remain distracted from the work of remaking a long broken system. We refuse to let them dictate the rules of the game anymore. They can play by the same rules as the rest of us. Together, we will usher in a generation of change. And if we embrace this brave new course, rather than fleeing from it, we can respond to oligarchy and authoritarianism with the strength it fears, not the appeasement it craves. After all, if anyone can show a nation betrayed by Donald Trump how to defeat him, it is the city that gave rise to him.
This is what this is about. These people fighting amongst each other. Mayor Adams was too close with Trump. He was too close. They thought he was buddy buddy. That's why they threw all them charges on him, because he was too close to Donald Trump. So the next person, they said, you're gonna be a real Democrat and you're gonna hate who we hate. That's why he come up here now. He's slandering Donald Trump. You're supposed to be up here saying what you're doing, but his history. If Donald Trump got up here and start, remember you did this, remember you did that, they call him vindictive, spiteful. This man getting up here blatantly telling you, I remember what you did to me. I remember what you did, but they not gonna call that vindictive. I thought if you the bigger person, you're supposed to forget about it. What happened to that? Just forget about it and move on.
Him. And if there is any way to terrify a despot, it is by dismantling the very conditions that allowed him to accumulate power. This is not only how we stop Trump, it's how we stop the next one. So, Donald Trump, since I know you're watching, I have 4 words for you. Turn the volume up.
If y'all can't see what this is, man, this is just we want somebody on our side and whatever with our agenda. You see, he said it's an agenda. What they want, the Democrats want somebody who's going to fit their agenda.
Donald Trumps of our city have grown far too comfortable taking advantage of their tenants. We will put an end to the culture of corruption that has allowed billionaires like Trump to evade taxation and exploit tax breaks. We will stand alongside unions and expand labor protections because we know, just as Donald Trump does, that when working people have ironclad rights, the bosses who seek to extort them become very small indeed. New York will remain a city of immigrants, a city built by immigrants, powered by immigrants.
Yo, he's talking about division, separation, and people trying to pull every. What you think you're going to get when you saying this? Immigrants built New York City? Powered by immigrants? Hold on, wait. Hold on, wait. Let's. Hold on.
Trump does. That when working people have ironclad rights, the bosses who seek to extort them become very small indeed. New York will remain a city of immigrants, a city built by immigrants, powered by immigrants.
Yo, homie, you a Muslim. America didn't even allow Muslims in this country. What about the real New Yorkers? See, these immigrants, they coming for themselves. He's an immigrant. He's telling you, I'm here for the immigrants. All nations. And the black woman. If I was Spanish, I'd be mad as if I was Puerto Rican, I'd be mad as hell. Where we at in your plan?
And as of tonight, led by an immigrant.
If y'all don't see what's going on, these immigrants is coming to replace us. You think we third, fourth citizens now. Once all these, because it's not just Muslims, it's Lithuanians, Chinese, it's all sorts of them coming. By the time they finish with us, these Democrats bringing all these immigrants, the black people will be 6th, 7th citizen in 20 years. Once all these immigrants come in from all these nationalities, the black man will be 6th, the black family will be 6th, 7th citizen in their own city, in their own country.
So hear me, President Trump, when I say this. To get to any of us, you will have to get through all of us.
This man is threatening the president. I thought you supposed to work with. And didn't they say vindictive? I thought you supposed to work with the president. I thought you was a bigger. Y'all supposed to work together. But he's causing a division, separation, and then all the beginning of his speech, he talking about the people who cause division, who cause separation. That's what you're doing right now. You don't know what you're doing. You're causing separation. If you was bigger, you supposed to say, yo, we going to talk. If Trump's the problem, we going to talk to the real Republicans. We going to sit down with the real Republicans and come to an agreement. But all you're thinking about is Trump. You here to slander Trump and help immigrants. Because Trump he wanted to get rid of the immigrants, and you were immigrant. So I see what's going on. And I hope y'all opening your eyes to this. And, I mean, not eyes, your ears, and hearing what's going on.
When we enter City Hall in 58 days, expectations will be high. We will meet them. A great New Yorker once said that while you campaign in poetry, you govern in prose. If that must be true, let the prose we write still rhyme, and let us build a shining city for all. And we must chart a new path, as bold as the one we have already traveled. After all, the conventional wisdom would tell you that I am far from the perfect candidate.
Homie, Ma'am Danny, Ma'am Danny. You got a hard name, no disrespect. I think you is, man. If you don't know who the real New Yorkers is, if you ain't talking black, Spanish, where are we at? The men. You talk about jail, you talk about NYCHA, you talk about homelessness and crazy people. Is that what you putting us in? Dumb boxes? Because you talk about the black woman, but I know you're using her as a pawn. But where's the men? You talking about all these nations. The men in the nations you talking about, you going to do something for. But when it get to the black Americans, I don't hear what you going to do for the men. I don't know what you're going to do for the men, because these immigrants coming in, who jobs is they going to take? The black men is going to have to fight harder. You're making it harder for the real New Yorkers once you bring all these people in. Where the jobs at? Where the jobs? Once you bring all these immigrants in. And you know the people would rather hire an immigrant than a black person, because the immigrant's going to hire immigrants. Everybody going to look out for their own nation. And then where we going to be? No businesses. We can't look out for each other, or we racist if we look out for each other and only each other. If we say, I'm here for the black people, no. What if Mayor Adams would have did what he said? I'm a black man, and I'm coming to help the black man. For all the black men who had a foot on their neck for all these years, I'm coming to help them. You know what they would have did to him? You know why Kamala Harris, when it's what you going to do for the black people, she couldn't say nothing? Because all of our black people have to play the game. They have to help other nations get rich. If they help their nation, their black nation, they'll be ousted. They'll be ousted. You can't come in and fight for black Americans.
I am young, despite my best efforts to grow older. I am Muslim.
He not scared to say his nation. He not scared. And this why all the black people in power is scared to say their nation. I'm for the black people of America. Not the Africans, the black people of America. Why are these is scared to say that? Look at this man. He's standing straight tall. I'm for the Muslims. He blatantly telling you that.
I am a democratic socialist. And most damning of all, I refuse to apologize for any of this.
He said, I'm a Muslim and I refuse to apologize. Where's the strong black men like that in politics? Where is our leader like this, refusing to take that knee, yo, and standing up?
And yet, if tonight teaches us anything, it is that convention has held us back. We have bowed at the altar of caution, and we have paid a mighty price. Too many working people cannot recognize themselves in our party. And too many among us have turned to the right for answers to why they've been left behind. We will leave mediocrity in our past. No longer will we have to open a history book for proof that Democrats can dare to be great. Our greatness will be anything but abstract. It will be felt by every rent-stabilized tenant who wakes up on the first of every month, knowing the amount they're going to pay hasn't soared since the month before. It will be felt by each grandparent who can afford to stay in the home they have worked for, and whose grandchildren live nearby because the cost of childcare didn't send them to Long Island. It will be felt by the single mother who is safe on her commute and whose bus runs fast enough that she doesn't have to rush school drop-off to make it to work on time. And it will be felt when New Yorkers open their newspapers in the morning and read headlines of success, not scandal.
That's a shot at Mayor Adams. These people are vindictive. They acting like they the bigger person. But just like Trump, they vindictive. But you gonna blame him because you the same way. If you here now, and what you doing? Being spiteful, vindictive.
Most of all, it will be felt by each New Yorker when the city they love finally loves them back. Together, New York, we're going to freeze the... Together, New York, we're going to make buses fast and... Together, New York, we're going to deliver universal... Let the words we've spoken together, the dreams we've dreamt together, become the agenda we deliver together.
An agenda. I told you, words mean something, and we just heard his speech. He's for the immigrants. Agenda. Listen to these words he's speaking.
New York, this power, it's yours. This city belongs to you.
We just seen this man come up here and say he's unapologetic for standing up for his people. Where is the black man or woman that's going to stand up for us and make laws for us? All these old politicians, they not working for us. They here to help other nations get fat. This man just talked about, hold on, I wrote it down. What he said? He said, Mexicans, Sindalese are my brothers. Trinis, Ethiopians. He said 1 million of these people is inside here. Black men is going to have it so hard once these people finish with us, letting all these immigrants in and letting them take our place. I told you we're going to be 6, 7 citizens by the time they finish us. We need a young woman or man, politician that won't sell out like these old people did. And I ain't going to mention their names because I don't want to bash them, but they know what they did. They sold us out. We need young, fresh blood. And if so, we need to back them with money, whatever we got to do, because that's what they doing to these people. They giving their runners, they candidates backing. We back them. Whatever they say, we listen to let the people know we We following this man or woman, but we need new representation, man. We need new representation that ain't gonna fold. They're not gonna fold. They're not gonna sell us out. They're gonna go in these offices and fight for our rights, just like all these other nations do. You old black politicians, you gotta stop. It's time for y'all to move on, man, and bring up youth who really want to see a change, who really want to see a change make a difference. Because y'all playing with it. This has been another Crazy World production. See y'all in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe. We out of here.